Again, hazy, foggy, humid, whatever you want to use here. It's warm. 84 dew point. Ouch. 75. My gosh, this is almost like Florida. In fact, it is like Florida. Muggy conditions with hazy sun through the afternoon. Maybe an isolated storm. High temperatures in the middle to upper 80s. Rest of the forecast coming up after your headlines. Jet 24 Action News at noon starts now.
From your news leader.
Many of you probably sent the kids off for the first day of school this morning. We have your back-to-school morning coverage. Plus, police are looking for answers after a body is found with multiple stab wounds to the chest. And a verbal dispute turns deadly after a woman is hit by a car.
From your news leader, you're watching Elena LaQuatra and meteorologist Tom DeVecchio. This is Jet 24 Action News at noon.
Good afternoon. I'm Elena LaQuatra. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. I'm sure many of you woke up this morning, got the kids ready, sent them off to school. It is that time of the year once again, and the Erie School District is really going above and beyond to welcome their students back to school. Several of the schools welcoming students with cheerleaders, smiles, and words of encouragement. This is all to ensure that the school year kicks off on a positive note. Partners at 4 community school sites gathered to welcome the students back. The kids were greeted with celebrity-like treatment and part of planned red carpet events. Local corporations were also there and doing their part to help out this morning.
We're really glad we don't have too many changes this year, a lot of stability in our schools, and wonderful support of our community as we send our kids back to school this year.
We absolutely enjoy welcoming the students to come back to school. We realize that education is key, education is important.
Mayor Joe Schember also lending a hand in the welcome back efforts this morning. Schember is working as a crossing guard at East 11th and German Streets. He's greeting the students at Piper Burley Elementary School, clearly having a nice time doing it.
Believe in our schools. You know, the children in these schools are the future of Erie, so I'm happy to be out here helping, at least in a symbolic way, helping the kids get to school on their first day.
Be sure you tune into Jet 24 Action News at 5 and 6 o'clock. Jackie Roberts is bringing you your full first day of school coverage. And while we're on the topic of back to school, the Pew Research Center releases a survey that says 2/3 of parents are worried about their kids' screen time. Jennifer Joy Madden joined us on Good Morning Erie to talk more about getting the school year started right and making sure your kids are putting down the electronics. She introduced us to what's called the Durable Human Pledge. It gives parents strategies to balance their kids' screen time with other activities.
Looking at this distance from a device, kids' eyes can be affected and our eyes can be affected too. And so every 20 minutes we should look away from the screen for at least 20 seconds, and that keeps us our eyesight versatile, which is great.
Madden says another big tip, be sure your kids are getting enough sleep. She suggests using an old-fashioned alarm clock to wake you up in the morning and keep your cell phones out of the bedroom. For more information on the Durable Human Pledge, head over to yourerie.com. Turning to other news now, Erie police are investigating the death of a woman who was found dead yesterday. It's continuing coverage this afternoon. According to reports, the body was found in an apartment in the 1100 block of East Lake Road Sunday morning. She was reportedly found with stab wounds to the chest. The identity of the woman and official cause of death are not known at this time. A teenager is recovering after getting shot in Erie this morning. A 17-year-old boy taken to an Erie hospital following this overnight shooting. The call went out before 1 a.m. for one person shot in the 600 block of East 24th Street. According to police, the victim suffered a gunshot wound to the foot. Investigators say the victim claims to not have seen the shooter, saying he only saw a flash. Police are still investigating. In the meantime, an Erie woman is now charged with a hit-and-run death. Police say 24-year-old Rebecca Ann Frick was involved in a verbal dispute with 38-year-old Michelle Muir at the Shell gas station on Parade Street early Friday morning. A short time later, Muir was struck by a car near East 6th and Wallace Streets. That car was later located at Frick's residence on French Street. Frick is facing a long list of charges, including homicide. Now turning to news out of Crawford County, where Meadville police are still looking into a weekend shooting. That call came in to 911 about 10:30 Friday night for a gunshot victim at a home in the 600 block of Arch Street. Police searched nearby areas for the shooter. The victim was transported to Meadville Medical Center. So far, Meadville police have not released any information on the incident. An electronic memorial is now standing along Interstate 90 to honor a worker that was killed last week. The sign is along the shoulder of I-90 near the spot where Jacqueline Ollie was struck and killed last Tuesday morning. Ollie's a Wisconsin resident, and she was installing guide wires in the median when she was struck by a car. The suspected driver is here, identified as Eric West of Erie. He left the scene, but later he was caught near Corey. An overturned sailboat led to some tense moments for two boaters over the weekend. The boat capsized about 300 yards off of Avonia Beach in Fairview about 2:45 Saturday afternoon. The fire department water rescue units responded to the distress call. 2 people were rescued from the water. They were not injured. The boat was towed in by the Lake City Fire Department water rescue boat. If your early morning travels take you on the interstate in Erie County, you may run into some construction this week. Nighttime maintenance work is planned for the I-90, I-79 interchange through the week. PennDOT workers will be out patching various sections of the highway. The work is scheduled to happen between midnight and 8 a.m. through Friday. Let's turn to some good news now. The 34th annual Erie Yacht Club Charity Regatta was once again a big hit. Each year, the fundraiser kicks off with a day full of fun activities at the Yacht Club, including a race. This time around, nearly 60 sailboats took part in this 5-mile race. It's a great way to spend the day with your family while supporting the local community. More than 400 people were in attendance.
It's great, and people keep coming back, and the Erie Yacht Club is a tremendous supporter, opening their facility, letting us have access to their staff and their...
All proceeds from the event benefit the Northwestern Pennsylvania chapter of the American Red Cross. The skies around Lake Erie were lit by hundreds of lanterns as folks gathered for the annual Lantern Fest. More than 1,000 people joined together for this impressive nighttime spectacle. Lanterns were released into the sky for a number of different reasons, anything from remembering a loved one to celebrations, even just good luck. And each year, the annual Polish Festival brings heritage to Erie, and this year was no different. It's the 25th annual Zabawa. By the way, that means fun time in Polish. The festival lasted through the weekend, and each day, about 200 volunteers helped out to make it happen. All of the funds raised from the festival go directly to the Holy Trinity Parish. An annual event hosted by the Erie Philharmonic pins runners against arguably the most legendary composer of all time. The 9th annual Beat Beethoven 5K in downtown Erie. More than 300 people entered in this challenge. And here's what they had to do. Run a 5K race within the time it takes the orchestra playing live at Perry Square to finish the symphony.
26:11, that's a personal best, even for a dead composer. It's a great piece of outreach for our Philharmonic. I mean, it's rare that you can live in a city and you can go out and see the Philharmonic play on a Saturday morning, on a beautiful Saturday morning.
Beethoven's 5th Symphony is a little more than 30 minutes long. Proceeds from the race benefit the Erie Philharmonic. Coming up on Jet 24 Action News at noon, after a deadly shooting in Florida that took 4 lives, investigators are piecing together what might have caused the shooter to lash out. More on that after Tom's forecast. We're looking at a lot of heat today, Tom, huh?
And humidity, Elena. We're looking at hazy sunshine now in the Meadville area. We'll keep the heat going for a bit. More details on the forecast after the break.
From your news leader, you're watching Elena LaQuatra and meteorologist Tom DeVecchio. This is Jet 24 Action News at noon.
Closed captioning brought to you by Home Instead Senior Care.
Award-winning customer service from a healthcare concierge team. It's just one of the reasons why UPMC for Life members call us their Medicare Advantage plan of choice. UPMC for Life.
It's the Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress. Choose from 10 queen-size adjustable bed sets, all under $9.99. Or the Summit Queen Mattress for $179.99. Save $550 with the purchase of an Elite, Luxe, or Breeze mattress. And best yet, choose from free Bose noise masking earbuds, a free $300 Furniture Row gift certificate, or a free 50-inch LED TV with any purchase of $19.99 or more. Labor Day savings today, only at Denver Mattress.
Instead of going to school every morning, what if school could come to you? Because learning happens anywhere and everywhere. K-12 powered schools provide a tuition-free, full-time, online public school education. It's public school at home. K-12's curriculum is designed to engage students, to challenge them. So visit K12.com today. Tuition-free in Pennsylvania.
$0 copays for preferred generic prescriptions. It's just one of the reasons why UPMC for Life members choose us every day of the week. UPMC for Life.
Unable to work and need Social Security? The best advice I could give you today is do not wait. Apply now. Getting benefits can be a difficult and lengthy process. You must meet all of Social Security's requirements and deadlines. Let Berger & Green help. We can get started today and keep your claim right on track.
Trust the name you know. Berger & Green, the disability lawyers. 1-800-999-2626. There's no fee unless you get benefits.
From Jet 24, here's meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, your weather authority.
It's muggy out there as we start out this afternoon, Monday afternoon. Here's a live shot here. Erie Auto Credit Skycam, and you can see we do have some hazy sunshine trying to make its way through here, the region, and things are right now again on the muggy side as we start out the day here. And the latest on our oh, nope, that's from last Friday. Sorry, it didn't come in for today. Let's move right on here to the temperatures. Forgot to X that out. Now, temperatures near 80 for the most part. Becky French Creek, Venango Township, George at 80. Still 76 for Joanne Northeast. 81 Niagara Pier, Jacob and Gerard 79, Corey, Bill has 81, 78 in McCain, but everyone, and I mean everybody, is reporting some type of adjective for how thick the air is, how humid the air is. Pick your favorite humidity adjective, and that's what I've heard so far. Temperatures are mainly in the lower to mid 80s here in Crawford County. We've had a touch more sun overall. It is 79 in Meadville. Clouds have been thicker out toward Warren County, so your temperature's a touch cooler in the middle to upper 70s. Look at these dew points. You know, I said this morning I haven't seen dew points this and even this high in a while, and I'm saying it again at noon. 75 dew point near Meadville, 76. Remember last week I said high pressure would kind of hold off on the humidity? Well, it's moved off toward the east, and it has really opened up the Gulf of Mexico to a lot of moisture here. And we're getting the typical development of clouds with the heating of the day. And some of this, with the dew points this high, I can't rule out the possibility of some showers and storms isolated here and there. But the main bands will stay to the north. That's where most of the forcing is. We'll just have a lot of haziness and heat. The one silver lining to this is that with more clouds around, it may actually cut down on the heat a little bit, but we're still going to have some thick air through the afternoon. As we head on toward tonight, again, muggy conditions. Here's a high pressure holding firm, and the moisture circling around the Ohio Valley, Mississippi Valley, coming right into our region. But not expecting much for tomorrow as the frontal systems and low pressure stay well to our north and west. In the meantime, the high gradually breaks down on Wednesday, and the latest look here shows that the front will be passing through sometime mid to late afternoon. That's prime heating time, or close to prime heating time. That could lead to some rough weather Wednesday afternoon. Too early to give any specifics for now, but something that we will watch. Today, just a lot of heat and humidity here along the lakeshore. Temperatures in the middle to upper 80s. Similar forecast on the inland side. Maybe some isolated storms both inland and in the Chautauqua-Allegheny region with temperatures a little bit cooler in the mountains with a bit more cloud cover. Muggy for tonight. That 75 might be optimistic. We may be closer to 80 for a low tonight in Erie with inland spots in the low 70s. Hazy, hot, and humid for tomorrow. High temperatures could very well break 90 degrees. And from your weather authority, we'll have some humid conditions still. Most of the day Wednesday, still very warm and humid. We'll see some scattered showers and storms later in the afternoon. Again, some could be on the strong side before we get a bit of a cooler, drier hit for the end of the week. But We're back up into the 80s for the upcoming weekend. Get the latest updates of that forecast anytime. Head to our website, yourerie.com. Summertime not going away, and Labor Day looking pretty warm as well the weekend.
I like it. I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy that forecast as they're enjoying the outdoors this weekend. Coming up on Jet 24, action news at noon as the nation mourns the loss of Senator John McCain. Memorial and funeral plans start to come together in the nation's capital. Find out more after the break.
Stressed out? That's how you'll feel when you're hurt in an accident. The insurance company may give you the runaround. That's where we can help. We take over the legal hassle so you have one less thing to stress about. For a free consultation, call 1-800-9-4EDGAR.
If you've been waiting for the deal of a lifetime on a new 2018 Chevy Buick or GMC, come to McQuillan's in Girard now. During our summer clearance event, we're taking 20% off Chevy Sonic and Impala. 18% off Buick Encore, 15% off the Chevy Equinox, and 10% off a 6 or 7 passenger GMC Acadia, 16% off Silverado and Sierra. And that's just a sample of our great summer clearance deals. You'll find even more at McQuillan Chevy Buick GMC, Route 20 in Girard.
Sometimes we make big investments and then really bad decisions. Like buying a car and then filling it with just any old gasoline, instead of a top-tier gasoline that will take care of the engine. Keeping valves clean, deposits at bay, and emissions to a minimum. It was a big investment. Give it top-tier Citgo Tri-Clean TLC with gasoline from Country Fair.
Every animal deserves a place to call home.
And a family.
Someone to play with.
And someone to love.
Find the perfect addition to your family on Jet Pet, Wednesdays and Fridays during Jet 24 Action News. Hundreds of animals from local shelters are waiting to be adopted.
Waiting to come home to your family.
Jet Pet, Wednesdays and Fridays on Jet 24 Action News. Brought to you by Superstore Joe and Auto Express Kia.
Frustrated? When you're hurt in an accident, dealing with the insurance company can leave you at your wit's end. Let us take over the hassles and paperwork so you can focus on what's most important, getting better. For a free consultation, call 1-800-9-4EDGAR.
Time now to take a look at this afternoon's market numbers at noon. The markets are kicking into high gear on news of a trade agreement between Mexico and the U.S. The Dow climbing well over 220 points, the Nasdaq adding 73, and the S&P 500 growing by just over 20 bucks. Turning now to national news this afternoon, 2 days after Senator John McCain died at the age of 81, his family is releasing details about his funeral plans. The senator will lie in the state in both Arizona State Capitol and the U.S. Capitol Rotunda. ABC's Emily Rao has more from Washington.
As the tributes for six-term Senator John McCain continue to pour in.
Well, you can't replace a man like that. Everyone looked up to him. Everyone respected him.
The McCain family now sharing plans for his memorial services and funeral. McCain will lie in state at the Arizona Capitol on Wednesday, what would have been his 82nd birthday. On Thursday, a memorial service at North Phoenix Baptist Church, where former Vice President Joe Biden is expected to provide a eulogy. McCain's body will then lie in state at the U.S. Capitol Rotunda, where the senator's colleagues and staff, along with the public, will pay tribute to his decades of service on the Hill. And after stopping at the Vietnam War Memorial on Saturday, former Presidents George W. Bush and Barack Obama will eulogize the two-time presidential candidate at the National Cathedral before he is laid to rest on Sunday. Today, a moment of silence on the stock market floor and more acts of reverence happening even across the globe. In Vietnam, where McCain spent 5.5 years as a prisoner of war, people now lining up to offer condolences in a book of remembrance at the U.S. Embassy.
He was a warrior. He was also a peacemaker.
At the White House, though, the American flag raised back to full staff shortly after midnight on Monday, while at the Capitol, the flag remaining at half staff.
Senators Chuck Schumer and Mitch McConnell are now requesting flags on all government buildings remain at half staff until Sunday evening after Senator McCain is laid to rest at the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis. Emily Rao, ABC News, Washington.
Democrats and Republicans alike are honoring the life of Senator McCain. Throughout his career, he gained support from Americans and politicians on both sides of the aisle. Representative for Erie's 3rd District, Ryan Bizzarro, says he believes more American politicians should model their careers after the late senator.
I also believe he was a thoughtful, objective policymaker. I think he earned the respect from Democrats and Republicans alike.
And horror in Jacksonville, Florida, as gunfire breaks out during a video game tournament. Police say 24-year-old David Katz from Baltimore, Maryland, opened fire just after 1:30 Sunday afternoon at Jacksonville Landing. 2 people were killed, 9 others injured before Katz killed himself. He reportedly became angry after losing the tournament.
Told me that when everything started happening, a lot of the guys actually barricaded themselves in a very large bathroom, and they were just kind of behind the stalls. So they stayed in there the entire time. There was really no way to escape where we were playing from. You were pinned in there.
And at this hour, we're learning more about the shooting suspect, David Katz. Investigators searched his home in Baltimore. It's not clear what they may have found. The 24-year-old won some Madden tournaments last year. The Buffalo Bills even tweeting a picture of him winning. Firefighters were training across the street when the shooting happened. They were able to immediately start treating people. Police have not yet released a possible motive. Turning to business news now, a major announcement from a popular tech company and its embattled CEO. Plus, looking to buy your computer, we've got just the thing. Just be prepared to dig into your wallet. A piece of Apple's history can be yours for a price. One of the company's original Apple computers, a fully functioning Apple I, is hitting the auction block. It's one of only 60 or so of the 200 designed and built by Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak back in the 70s, and it won't come cheap. Experts say it could fetch more than $300,000. The auction is set for September. A New Orleans company is turning cell phones into stun guns. This new high-tech device is from the New Orleans-based company Yellow Jacket Case. The phone case comes equipped with a special battery in the back, which is not only powers the taser that pops out when turned on, but it also acts as a battery charger for your phone. Once the taser is activated, your phone automatically sends your location to a select group of people in your contacts. Right now, the taser can only be used for personal protection at close range. And finally, Walt Disney World will begin paying its entry-level workers a bit more, to the tune of $15 an hour. The company reaching a deal late last week with its unions after a year of negotiations. Workers need to approve the pay hike, which will go into effect in 2021. And check this out. Look at those little short legs. Oh, so cute. We'll take you to the annual CorgiCon when we come back. You don't want to miss this one.
The Pennsylvania Cyber Charter School, where a flexible but focused learning environment creates a public school experience that is deeply personalized and uniquely inspiring, where students are supported every step of the way to becoming self-motivated, lifelong learners, where children and families are valued as people, not counted as numbers. PA Cyber, where the learning never stops. For more information, visit pacyber.org.
Just when you thought the Great New York State Fair couldn't get any greater, we're back again with even greater thrills. Great big animals, live concerts from the greatest bands, and tons of great food. And this year, we've added the brand new Expo Center with great attractions like free public ice skating with admission. Don't miss out on all the great fun from August 22nd to September 3rd in Syracuse, New York. Get your tickets to the Great New York State Fair at iloveny.com.
As the owner of my family's car dealership, I have worked hard to create hundreds of jobs in our community. And when I saw the government wasn't helping us, but hurting us, I took the fight to Washington. I worked to reform our broken tax code for the first time in 30 years and get the government off our backs. And now we're starting to see it pay off. Workers with bigger paychecks and businesses hiring again because Western Pennsylvania is back in business.
Mike Kelly for Congress.
I'm Mike Kelly, and I approve this message. A little farther.
Okay.
And down.
Man,
this thing is heavy.
My arms feel like noodles.
Could have done it without you, Gus.
Happy to help.
Hey, guys. These might brighten your day.
Ah, Neon, the new scratch-off from the Pennsylvania Lottery.
With top prizes of $100,000.
So, what should we tackle next?
Maybe another one of those.
Now that's a box I could handle. Keep on scratching.
Erie Tool Works is a premier manufacturer of wooden vice screws, a woodworker's delight. As David Belmondo explains, each one is made in America, made right here.
What starts out as a solid piece of hard wood is soon manufactured into a product that makes your woodworking project much easier.
It's a fast-acting wooden vice screw that allows the woodworkers to go ahead and clamp their products very quickly and easily onto their workbench.
A 4-inch thick, 2-foot long block of solid wood is how this all begins.
Where we insert it into our different machinery and actually create grooves and vice threads and holes so that it can hold a handle and actually create the nut where it threads in and out.
Dombrowski's son, Nick, is the head engineer and brainchild of the wooden vice screw. Both graduating from Gannon University, the men put their skills to making this one special wooden screw.
Typically with a steel vise, your thread count is either 4, 5, or 6 turns per inch. So usually a wooden vice screw is typically faster than a metal thread.
It's got a very large size, 2.5 inch in diameter, and it's got a 2 threads per inch of what's called a vice pitch. And what that means is for every 2 turns of the screw, it advances 1 inch back and forth.
Another product developed and manufactured at Lake Erie Tool Works is a clamp gauge for the perfect bond.
And it basically allows woodworkers to achieve the proper gluing pressure while they're gluing boards and panels together.
Made in America, made right here.
Made in America, Made Right Here is presented by Channel Lock. To nominate a local business you'd like to see featured, click on the news tab at yourerie.com.
Well, it was a wagon good time at Frontier Park over the weekend. The second annual CorgiCon event hosted by Happy Corgi kicked off, and look at these little guys. Oh my goodness, these tiny little people pleasers are known for their small stature as well as their big personalities. Jade Mitchell began Happy Corgi as an online comic after sales of merchandise for her Corgi comic, I'll say that 3 times fast, exploded on Etsy. She was inspired to begin CorgiCon.
Well, I named my company Happy Corgi because to me, they seem like the happiest breed of dog. They always look like they're smiling, they're always pleasant, they're just a very happy breed, and I hope this event brings a lot of people a lot of happiness as well.
Hundreds of corgis and their people attending this year's event, a huge increase from last year, according to organizers. Now, this week's good kid isn't your average teenager. Sophia gave up more than half of her summer break to help out her best friend after she had surgery, and her best friend is her grandmother. We'll introduce you to this sweet and caring kid tonight on Jet 24 Action News at 6. Now, a seasonal sweet treat is coming to a chain coffee shop a little earlier than usual. Don't go anywhere.
It's the Labor Day sale at Furniture Row, where the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 for every $1,000 you spend store-wide. Plus, no interest until 2024. Don't miss the Labor Day sale at Furniture Row.
It's the final days of Nissan's Bottom Line Model Year-End event. Get big clearance savings on the last of our 2018s, like Rogue, that can stop and start on its own in heavy traffic. The bottom line, Nissan has received more initial quality awards than any other brand.
Get a low $199 per month lease on Rogue, or save up to $4,680 on the 2018 Altima.
But hurry, the bottom line and our 2018s are almost gone.
Meet Michelle Bennett, this year's Jet 24 Edinboro University Golden Apple Teacher of the Year.
I just think it's so fabulous for the city of Erie and for Erie High School, our new school, the new year of us coming together and what those kids have done to bring everything together.
Congratulations, Michelle Bennett. Golden Apple nominations are accepted all year. Log on to the Golden Apple page of yourerie.com.
During the Labor Day sale, get free Bose noise-masking earbuds, or a free $300 Furniture Row gift card, or a free 50-inch LED TV with any purchase of $19.99 or more. Hurry in to Denver Mattress today.
When did she bail you out?
At the time I was arrested.
And that was 7 years ago.
A deadbeat boyfriend reappears.
I get a random Facebook message from him saying, hey, was thinking about you.
Are you married to somebody else now?
I am.
Then she went into debt all over again.
For some reason, you gave him $2,500.
She wanted to be back with the bad guy, Your Honor.
Where do you live? In what universe?
Next, Judge Judy.
Today at 4 on Jet 24.
Well, fall is not in the air yet, not at all, but you can get it in your cup.
It is still summer, but Starbucks is releasing the autumnal seasonal classic pumpkin spice latte early. And usually launches in September, but the coffee chain announced last week you can get your favorite fall fix as soon as Tuesday.
Yep, that's tomorrow. This PSL's 15th birthday, and the beverage has become a fan favorite over the years.
Yeah, a little warm for lattes now, but make sure you stay cool. Maybe with an iced latte.
I like that.
Maybe they have iced pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Low 90s tomorrow, some storms later on Wednesday.
Well, that's all we have for you for this afternoon, and we hope to see you at 5 o'clock tonight.
Take care.